But yeah, I think Jon Jones only had one fight at heavyweight, so it's pretty difficult to like gauge where he's at. Um, and I think that I'm a nightmare for him, to be honest. I think that stylistically, I'm all wrong for him, and I think that he knows it. I'm pretty sure he knows it, and he's a smart man. So yeah, we'll see how it all pans out. But I'm not going to cry about it anymore. I want the fight. I put it out there, and I'm not going to chase it forever if he doesn't want it.
Looking forward to hearing news soon, Tom, on your UFC journey. I do want to ask you about something that's also been in the news, which I'm sure you've seen. We had the launch press conference for Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou. What is your take, firstly, on AJV Ngannou? What do you think of that as a fan?
I'm very excited for it. I think it's a great fight. If you would have asked me that 6 months ago or a year ago, I would have been like, what is this? What is this freak show stuff, gimmick stuff going on? But right now, I'm especially, well, obviously after Francis's last fight, he shocked everybody. Like, and I'm a friend of Tyson Fury's. I'm a former training partner of Tyson Fury's, and I couldn't believe what I was watching, seeing it and seeing Francis Ngannou live with him in there. And I think, like, I don't know as much about boxing scoring as I know about MMA, but for me, that fight could have gone either way, really. And yeah, I can't wait for the fight. I think it's a 50-50 fight. I think I watched AJ's last fight. I think he looked great. I think he looked like he's improved loads. His confidence has come on loads. I know he's working with a new trainer as well, so maybe that makes a difference. And yeah, I can't wait for that fight. I think it's 50-50.
He sparred Tyson Fury.
Yes.
What do you remember from them? How different is it? How hard was it? How good is Tyson?
Well, when I sparred him, I was very young and very experienced. This was like quite a long time ago now. I sparred him a lot of times. I think Tyson's absolutely incredible. Like, I think he's amazing. And the sport of MMA and boxing are way different. Like, I always compare it to like rugby and American football. Like, it looks similar, but there's a lot of nuances that are different in there. Boxing is a part of, like, punching is definitely a part of my sport, like of MMA, but it's a small part. Realistically, there's so much more to it, and for MMA fighters just to jump over and think they can do well in boxing, they need to go and do some high level sparring, to be honest, because they're going to realize pretty quick that it takes a lot more than just being able to jump in a boxing ring and hang with professional boxers. Like, it's way different.
Do you think he'll beat Usyk and become undisputed? It's your dream. It's his dream. How do you see that one going?
I think Usyk's very good. I think he's very good, and I think that I'm pretty sure Tyson had an off night when he fought Ngannou. I think, he didn't look himself to me. I think that if Tyson uses his size and uses his strength, and because Tyson can box just as well as Usyk can, so generally speaking, when guys are similar level skill wise, it comes down to the bigger and stronger guy, generally speaking. So I think if Tyson uses his weight properly, uses it, his endurance and his experience, I'm sure Tyson can pull it off. Yeah.
Do you think Fury's fight with Ngannou has helped AJ? Because I think in some ways Ngannou's maybe lost the element of surprise now. Would you agree with that?
I think so, but I also think that AJ's going to know what he's coming up against now. I think that if they would have fought before, I'm pretty sure AJ would have thought he would have breezed it. Whereas now it's like, oh, this guy's pretty good. I've got to be on my. Ngannou is an absolute specimen. He's a freak of nature.
Huge man. Yeah. Could not believe the size of him, Tom.
He's a big guy. Yeah, I'm a big guy. I'm like 6'5". I'm like 120 kilos. But this guy, I've met him a few times in real life, and he is a big dude. And from what I'm hearing, he is strong as hell. He's an absolute specimen. So, yeah, I think that AJ needs to be ready and taking it as serious as he would any other fight, because this guy's a serious opponent.
We're going to do a little bit of role play here. You ready? Right, I am Team AJ. Okay, phone's ringing. Hi, Tom. How are you? Quick question. Fancy coming down and sparring Anthony Joshua for the Francis Ngannou fight?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, I would. Yep, if you need help, give me a call. Let me know. I'll be there.
How? What do you think about, like, the when the UFC fighters do cross over, and in terms of sparring, what do you believe about your style would suit him sparring and training for Ngannou?
Well, the thing from my experience, at least, I found that boxers are used to fighting boxers. So they know the patterns of a boxer, they know the movement of a boxer, the thought process of a boxer. But whereas in MMA, we're doing different stuff than a standard boxer would. We're throwing different shots from different angles, and that's something that an MMA fighter, at least, I'm not saying it has to be me, but I'm saying that an MMA fighter could definitely help out AJ with his sparring. Is if you get standard boxers in who have been boxing since they're 10 years old, they're gonna move it and have the same thought process as every other boxer. Whereas MMA fighters, our patterns are a little bit different, movements are a little bit jerkier, and the way we defend and all that kind of stuff is different to a boxer. So, I mean, I'm not going to tell AJ and his team what to do, but it would be definitely recommended to get a decent level MMA fighter in as a sparring partner.
Just finally, Tom, I'm going to try and push you off the fence for this one. In terms of the build-up content we've got, it's become a bit MMA versus boxing, and the MMA side are obviously Team Ngannou, and they're cheering his corner of why they believe he can win this fight. Are you backing the MMA man? Who do you want to win this fight?
I mean, I'd love Ngannou to win it just because of his story. Not so much that he's an MMA fighter as such, but just the fact that, you know, the stuff that he's been through in his life, the fact that he held out from the UFC and then went and got loads of money boxing. I just find it really inspiring, to be honest. Like, I'm a fan of both guys, you know what I mean? And especially AJ being a UK guy, obviously I'd sway towards AJ, but you can't help but be a fan of Ngannou, in my opinion. And he just seems like the ultimate underdog in life, and I'm always like pulling for the underdog. So I would be happy if he got a win.
Great stuff. He certainly has a special story, and I know for a fact your story, Tom Aspinall, is only just getting started. So much to look forward to. We can't wait to watch your journey carry on. Thank you so much for joining us. Really enjoyed chatting to you today, mate. And we hope you have big news soon, and we'll all be looking forward to seeing it when it does happen. Top man, Tom, great to speak to you. Thanks so much for coming on.